Okay, this has been a video that I've been wanting to check out for a while. I know nothing about the GTA speedrunning scene, and I've been very curious about it. So what I got here is the history of GTA 5's greatest speedrunner. This video should be interesting because we're going to get to take a look at the absolute pinnacle of GTA 5 speedrunning and hopefully learning a little bit about the speedrunning scene as well. So let's take a look at it.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather.
GTA 5 released in 2013 and quickly went on to become one of the greatest games of all time. But with an average playthrough time of over 36 hours, most people wouldn't consider it a very good game for speedrunning.
Okay, before the start of every one of these games, I'd like to guess. What do we think the average speedrunning time is for GTA 5? For Final Fantasy 7, I guessed like 36 minutes or whatever. I was way off. It was like 12 hours or something. So if it takes about 36 hours to complete, I'm thinking, oh, what could speedrunners do it in? I'm going to be conservative and assume they haven't completely broken the game. Let's say a solid 5.5 hours. Is that crazy? No, I think that's crazy. I'm doing it again. I'm being too hopeful again. Let's say I'll give it a solid. Let's go with the Final Fantasy one. I'm gonna guess around 11 hours to beat, to speedrun the entire thing. Let's see how wrong I am.
Spending thousands of hours learning the route of a speedrun that could take you an entire day to finish was a challenge that a lot of people didn't dare to try. However, that challenge didn't
think about
stop players from running. And for years, the game has had a
5 hours. Oh, my first guess was pretty close. Damn, I gotta go with my gut, man. I doubted myself. 5 hours and 55 minutes, so it's around 6 hours.
In competition. But among the thousands of players that have submitted times lies one runner that has gone on to dominate nearly every speedrun category the game has to offer.
Every category,
and even made
okay.
widespread news with his very first run.
Whoa.
This is the story of UnNameD.
Okay, so you know when someone comes in and just starts dominating the boards, like I'm talking every single board, you have a couple of options here. Number one, from the videos we've watched so far, number one, he's cheating, right? In this case, this is the story of GTA 5's greatest speedrunner. We're not talking about cheating here. This guy is an actual GOAT. We're about to witness greatness here. I'm very excited to see how good this guy is.
How he became the most dominant speedrunner in GTA 5's history. But to do this, we first have to go back to March of 2020.
COVID.
At the start of that year, GTA 5 speedrunning was in a very competitive state. Runners like Burhack, Saurus, and Dry Ice were all setting record times in different categories. But while all of that was going on, another runner who had set dozens of previous world records turned his sights on a completely new challenge that seemed nearly impossible. And that man is someone that you might know, Dark Viper AU.
Welcome to my attempt at a no-hit run of GTA 5. I modded my game so that any damage would kill me, not even armor or Trevor's special ability.
One hit?
Of course, my end goal is to eventually beat the entire game without dying a single time, although there are many obstacles as you will soon see.
The challenge run would officially be named OKO, or One Hit KO.
One Hit KO, okay,
holy! GTA 5 without taking any damage.
Zero prize for this, by the way. This is purely just gamers being fucking awesome. For whatever reason, I don't know what, the gaming space is so amazing where like this dude's incredible, bro. The gaming space is so amazing where nobody asked anyone to do this. There's no tournament. There's maybe some recognition obviously involved with this of doing something incredible, but people just come up with like, what's like the hardest possible thing I can do in this game? And I want to dedicate the next several months of my life to beat this. I think when people shit on video games, I think people need to learn about this kind of stuff. I don't know. I've always been such a proponent of video games being such an incredible medium, being such an amazing way to challenge yourself. I think when people think of video games, like, oh, you know, it's just killing time, you know, you don't have a job, so you play video games. But this is like, that kind of challenge is pushing yourself to your absolute limits, right? When you do a challenge like that, and you do a challenge like this kind of stuff, you're pushing yourself as, you know, your human mortal limit to its absolute peak, and you know, and seeing what kind of person you are when you're doing like an ultimate challenge. I love it. I love this space.
Get hit by a car too hard, take fall damage, or get shot even a single time, and you fail the challenge.
Also, this was
In
just
some ways, you can
masochistic,
consider
bro.
this the most realistic way of playing GTA 5. But although it might seem simple,
Most realistic way. Okay. Maybe if you have glass bones.
in premise, this is far from a simple challenge. If you've ever played a GTA game before, then you know that the game is essentially trying to kill you at all times.
Yeah.
And this is especially true with GTA 5. In fact, it's thanks to Oko that we got this legendary clip.
What? Cougars in missions! With how tough of a challenge this was, Dark Viper knew that this challenge would become one of the most prestigious feats in the entire GTA franchise.
If it could be done.
Knowing that gave him the motivation to try and be the first to complete it.
Is that simple?
Dark Viper and his community would start coming up with new strategies specifically for this challenge, which is how they found the most useful trick in the entire run, alt strats. Alt strats is simple. The Alt key on PC brings up the character select menu, and a weird quirk was discovered when holding this menu open. If you lock your game at 110 FPS or higher, then bullets won't spawn in while this menu is open, meaning you can walk around without the fear of getting shot.
How did they figure this out? This is what I love about the speedrunning community. This is it. How the hell was that discovered? At 110 plus frames a second, when you open the character menu, they don't shoot bullets anymore. What could have possibly led to that discovery? What could have what bug in the game? What in the spaghetti code could have possibly made that happen? That is so incredible.
It was a pretty controversial strategy, but ultimately it was still allowed due to how hard this challenge was.
Yeah.
With extra help from Mac and Will Heisel, as well as a lot of help from Arham,
It
who
feels
was
like
also
borderline
attempting the
cheating.
challenge himself, Dark Viper was determined to be the first person to beat this challenge. He would start posting his attempts to YouTube, and he would get very close to completing it multiple times, like this attempt, where he was 10 hours into the run and managed to make it to the second last mission.
No!
But again, this is a no-hit challenge.
It's funny, I'm actually really calm, because I sincerely think I'm gonna fail. You guys believing you're just gonna get let down.
Ooh, man.
That was literally frame perfect.
Ooh! Oh my god, this is so tense. Oh, it's 10. Oh! 10 hours. Oh my god. No. Oh my god, I can feel the pain. Look at his face, bro. He's He said he's calm because he knows he's gonna get shot, but this face, man, a part of him thought maybe this is the run. Oh, poor dude.
Told you. That shot's literally impossible. That shot has never happened before in the history of me running this game. Those guys do not target Trevor in that corner. I have practiced that hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of times. I've never seen that even once.
There you go. That's the beauty of speedrunning.
True. Of the game cheating me from victory.
It's impossible to put into perspective just how hard this challenge really is. Meticulously going through all 69 main missions while minimizing your risk more and more as the runtime goes past 10 hours, just to potentially lose everything to a single bullet, bad RNG, or even a bug with the game. It seemed as though the difficulty of the challenge was starting to settle in. After over a year of attempts, Dark Viper's
A year of attempts, dude. That is an insane level of dedication. Imagine doing something. I don't know if he's doing it daily or not, but imagine doing something, let's say daily for a year and failing every single day. The amount of dedication that this man needs to get this done, and the amount of belief you need to get this done. Obviously, he's a YouTuber. I think I saw he was getting, 200K views a video every time he posted it. But still, you still need it. Like at the end of the day, he probably wakes up every morning being like, another day of failure. It's so brutal.
determination would start to dwindle, with countless runs ending from stuff that was sometimes out of his control.
Let me move my camera so you can see
The
him.
jump was fine. It was just because there were containers down there.
I'm curious, is this 5,504, this number above his face, is this his total amount of deaths? After a year, 365 days, maybe not, I don't know. Or is that subs?
I got to be more careful.
Might be
You have
subs.
no conception of how much extra effort I put in to every single frame of this run to avoid failure. You have no idea. There are literally hundreds of strategies that you don't notice that I have to do because I failed in different ways before. I'm so over this. I've been over this for months.
And it was starting
I've
to
been
seem
over this for
like
months,
the GTA
bro.
community would never see this challenge finished. But out of completely nowhere in May of 2021, a video was posted by a completely unknown name to the GTA community, and he was claiming that he had done the impossible.
No way.
Beating Dark Viper and becoming the first person in the world to complete GTA 5 without taking damage. And that runner was unnamed.
Here we go. Here we go. The main character has been introduced. I'm so curious to see the strategies he employed. Like, what is it? Like, what is the difference between him and Dark Viper, you know, that led him to do this? And like, I'm so curious, how many times did he try this? Because like, you just show up on YouTube posting your victory. You have no clue. This guy could have put in 20,000 runs, and we don't know. But what a way to enter the scene. Especially as a complete unknown.
The community was in shock. A name that no one had ever heard of came out of nowhere and became the first person in the world to complete the hardest run in GTA history. He wasn't even a speedrunner, just someone like us who
What?
played a bit of GTA Online starting in 2019.
What? What? And this is in what, 2020? Maybe we're a little, maybe in 2021, 2022, I would guess. I actually don't know how much time has passed. We've looked at this in other speedruns where people who aren't speedrunners kind of come out of nowhere and absolutely dominate the scene after a little bit of practice. But coming out of nowhere and becoming one of the greatest speedrunners of all time, you just got to be built different, right? There's just something in your blood. There's something in your bones. There's something in your glass bones that make you just a little bit different, a little bit above the rest. I wonder what that is.
But after getting inspired from watching Dark Viper's attempts, UnNameD started practicing the strats, and he even developed some of his own.
Cool.
UnNameD completed the run in just 9 hours and 3 minutes.
9 hours? Hey, I was pretty close. I was pretty close to the 11 hours. Okay, so the regular speed run of GTA 5 is probably like 5-6 hours, right? At this point, at least when this video came out. But the no-hit speed run obviously is going to be way slower and way more tedious. So 11 out? Okay, 9 hours. Sorry, I was in the ballpark, kind of.
It took him a total of 48 attempts.
What? 48? That's it? This guy might actually be the GOAT.
More impressive
Well, he is the
that
GOAT.
UnNameD didn't even use the controversial alt strat when beating it. Simply
Whoa.
because his PC couldn't handle 110 FPS.
Giga chat. He's doing it on an even harder difficulty without the cheese strat. He did it non-cheesed because he had to. And he did it in less than 50 tries? I don't actually see how that's possible.
Congratulations poured in from the community for UnNamed's run. Even news outlets and other gaming communities that had no affiliation with GTA
This is a big deal
showed
then.
their support for this massive gaming accomplishment.
That's crazy.
But he hadn't done it for any praise. He just wanted to show off some of his own strategies that he had developed while practicing. But despite that, the community still praised both this run
Just doing it for
and
the love of the
UnNameD
game.
for officially making history. But now that UnNameD had completed the challenge that a lot of people had thought was impossible, a thought had crossed his mind. If UnNameD was able to beat the hardest
Now
challenge
what?
after just 48 attempts, then could he do the exact same with speedrunning? Maybe he could, but it was going to be really tough. Some of the community's most talented runners like Burhack, Rare, Alex Honix, and Saurus were still setting insane records over a year later.
Okay.
But if there's one thing we know about UnNameD, it's that a challenge doesn't really faze him. UnNameD would begin immediately
the guy's just
learning
built
the run
different.
and even started setting competitive times in the brand new segmented
Already? How is this possible? Like, I'm genuinely curious, how is this possible?
runs. Segmented runs, or segments, are when you group certain campaign missions or heists into different segments.
Like, some of these
and
guys have been
create
doing this
shorter
for years,
speedruns
bro.
around those few missions. The Polito Score segment, for example, is timed from the start of Minor Turbulence to the end of the Polito Score heist, which is just 4 missions in total. Just 2 days after this category was created, UnNameD would get his first official world record on August 16th of 2021.
2021.
2 months after his OCO run with a final time of 32:04, beating Alex Honix by 7 seconds. However,
Is the Terminator. It's the Terminator. UnNameD is a, you heard it here first. He's a sleeper agent secret project by the government, genetically superior to everyone else. He's mostly robot at this point. That's what I'm thinking. He's mostly robot. Okay, there's no way. 2 months in, you're already setting world records. This is incredible.
UnNameD was starting to struggle with setting competitive times in other categories solely because his PC couldn't handle a lot of the FPS.
Oh,
strats
he's chained by the bounds of capitalism. Unbelievable. Somebody set this man free. This guy needs to start streaming or something, so people can donate and help out, I guess. That sucks. That's so crazy. This guy is literally, this is like in Naruto when Rock Lee, he's got the weights on his legs, and we need to free him of the weights, man. So this guy's been doing it with like a handicap, man. Like, if you guys have played games with FPS issues, it's a nightmare. Actually, even playing the game normally, I can't even imagine what it's like for speedrunners, especially since you have to be frame perfect. So if your inputs are like totally, I'm just trying to understand why that's such a big deal. If your inputs are off, because when there's frame lag, your input gets taken in when the frame continues. How can you do anything near a good run? So this guy's like the world seems to be stacked against this guy, and he's just still crushing it.
the run. But in November of 2021, UnNameD would finally be able to buy a new PC.
Let's go.
And from there, he became unstoppable.
Oh,
At
here
the
we
start
go.
of 2020
Here we go. The training wheels are off, man. The weights are off. He's dropped the weights at the top of the hill. He's ready to kick Sasuke's ass, bro.
2022, UnNameD would set the third way segment world record with a time of 45 minutes.
This guy's a
And
beast.
on April 18th, he would get the Deep Inside world record with a time of 28 minutes and 16 seconds. Now, if you watch all of these speedruns, you will notice that there is one strat being used throughout every single run, and it is simply known as On Mission Zero Skip.
On Mission
By starting
Zero
the
Skip.
Cletus side mission as soon as you enter director mode, you can confuse the game into thinking you're in a mission when you're really not. By
Okay,
then going
that's
through
awesome.
Cletus's objectives, you can get the game to save these mission checkpoints for later use. And when you start another mission, it can be completed nearly instantly.
Wait, I totally missed that. Sorry, I don't normally go back, but I completely missed. I didn't understand that at all. Let me see that again.
Used throughout every single run, and it is
Let me understand.
simply
I didn't
known
grasp that.
as On Mission Zero Skip. By starting the Cletus side mission as soon as you enter director mode,
As soon as you enter director mode, by starting the Cletus side mission,
you can confuse the game.
you can
into
confuse the
thinking you're in a
game.
mission
You can confuse the game into thinking you're in a mission
when you're really not.
when you're not. By going into director mode. I'm sorry. I should have started this video with some context. I haven't played GTA 5 in literally 5 years. I don't remember any of this. Director mode. Okay.
By then
okay.
going through Cletus's objectives, you can get the game to save these mission checkpoints for later use.
Okay. So the game thinks you're in mission. In mission, you're actually not. And then as you're not in the mission, you can kind of go through and do the mission, but you're not in the mission, and the game's going to be thinking, oh, he's actually completing this mission. Is that what's going on there?
And when you start another mission, it can be completed nearly instantly.
Okay. It can be completed nearly instantly, right? So you go to another part of the map, and then you start that mission, and then let's say there's just a guy you have to shoot at the very end of that mission. That mission takes you to that spot pretty quickly. Maybe you shoot the guy in the head, for example, and then that mission completes. Okay, I don't really understand. Okay.
It's a little more complicated than that, but all you need to know is that this glitch allows you to skip multiple missions throughout an entire run.
Okay, sure.
If done optimally,
Whatever.
this glitch could save you 20 minutes
Yeah,
in
that's a
full
lot.
game
Okay.
run.
I guess we don't need to like
On-Mission
fully
Zero
understand
was
it.
discovered right when UnNameD started to speedrun, and knowing just how good this strat was, he adapted to it quite quickly.
Okay.
However, with the discovery of a strat that lets you skip entire missions, this undoubtedly caused a divide within the community.
Of course, you've probably got like with a lot of speedrunning games that we've seen, once someone discovers a glitch, a huge game-breaking glitch, the speedruns seem to become, there's like a glitchless category and then there's like a glitch category. I've noticed. So obviously like the glitchless people who want to do glitchless runs, like, you know, the GTA 5 purists are probably like, no, this is the proper way to run it and all that. Although I've noticed with a lot of speedrunning communities, the vibes are pretty good. Everyone seems to be just happy for one another. It's a very supportive community. I haven't seen a lot of like speedrunning drama outside of the cheating scandals.
Some of the current runners felt like this glitch kind of ruined the speedrun by letting you skip entire missions. And so, the community decided to separate On-Mission Zero records from non-On-Mission Zero records,
Yeah, that's fair.
putting them into different categories. But UnNameD didn't really mind, because he would go on to absolutely dominate the On-Mission Zero categories throughout 2022.
Sure, why not?
UnNameD moved on from dominating the segmented categories and into the much more competitive runs like Any Percent and 100% with On-Mission Zero. He would set both the Any Percent.
I don't know what any percent means and 100% means. I've seen that pop up a few times in speedrun videos that we've watched so far. I still don't understand what it means. No one's explained it to me. So hey, if you're watching the video and you want to give me a quick explanation on that, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the video, by the way. Thank you.
And Classic and Any Percent Taxis records in May of 2022.
G, it's over.
Do I look like I care?
Yes.
And in July, he would get the 100% Taxis and 100% Classic world records as well.
Okay, I don't fucking care. This run is bad.
What's the difference between Taxis and Classic, you might ask? Well, there's a feature that lets you use Taxis to fast travel anywhere.
Oh, okay,
on the map.
fast travel,
So
cool.
The Taxi category lets you use this feature, while Classic does not.
Got
By
it.
September of 2022, UnNameD held every single On-Mission
Whoa!
Zero record in GTA 5.
Any percent classic, 0M0, zero mission. Any 100% classic, I guess that's just completing 100% of the game without skipping missions, but that bug is for skipping missions. I don't know. Any percent taxis, 100% taxis. Damn, 9 hours, 5 hours, 9 hours and 5.5 hours. Whoa, what a beast.
Proving that he was the king of On-Mission Zero skips, including having the longest and most grueling run in the entire game.
Including having the biggest dog in the GTA 5 speedrunner community. I wonder if he's going to move on into the other categories. He totally seems like a guy who does that. He literally just does the hardest challenge and he's like, okay, what's next? that was fun.
All missions.
All
For
missions.
this, you have to complete every single main and side mission in the game.
That's
He
hard.
secured
That's crazy.
A world record of 12 hours, 28 minutes, and 13 seconds.
Man,
all done
12 hours.
in one single stream. But while he had spent the first year of his speedrunning focused on
Grinding.
On-Mission Zero records, the most prestigious runs for GTA 5 speedrunning belong to the no On-Mission Zero category.
Right, the purest
The two
run.
most prestigious of them all were Any Percent Classic and Trevor Percent.
Trevor
Any
percent.
Classic is beating the entire campaign start to finish without using a taxi or mission skips. And Trevor Percent was a segmented run from the prologue to the end of the jewel store heist, right before you meet Trevor in the story, hence the name. While Any Percent Classic is by far the most prestigious run and the record most players dream of, Trevor Percent was the most competitive category, thanks to its shorter length and not needing On-Mission Zero. UnNameD may
Makes
have
sense,
been
makes
good
sense.
at the On-Mission Zero categories, but those times were far less competitive than the runs without it. If UnNameD wanted to be known as the best runner, then he would have to prove that he could take those world records.
He's gotta
as
do it.
well. And the times to beat were 55 minutes and 21 seconds in Trevor Percent set by Below, and a time of 5 hours, 45 minutes, and 35 seconds in Any Percent Classic set by Rare.
Okay.
So, UnNameD did what he
Insane,
knows
by the
best.
way.
He
Absolutely
practiced the route for
insane
hours and
times.
hours.
Yeah, like my GTA 5 playthrough, I beat it. Obviously I was waffling around a lot, but it was probably like Even just the missions must have been like 40, 50 hours, right? With all the side stuff I did too. Yeah, like 50 hours. And it's not like I'm messing around with it too. You know, I'm trying to beat the missions pretty quickly. So 5 hours is the most insane, mind-boggling thing ever, beating the entire game of GTA 5. I can't even comprehend that. I'm gonna have to definitely check out a full run and see how it's done, because I haven't seen the game in a while anyway. By the way, if you're like a GTA 5 speedrunning fan, you guys must be foaming at the mouth for GTA 6 to come out, huh? You're probably watching this, unless you're watching this after November 19th when the games hopefully come out. If so, hello from the past. But man, that is going to unlock an entire new world of like legendary speedrunners. It's like, you know, legends are coming, which is so cool to think about. There's going to be so many cool records, bro. I can't wait to watch people break that game. That's going to be so crazy, dude.
Trying to find any new strategies for each category. And in November of 2022, he started up his stream attempting some no on Mission 0 runs, and UnNameD did this.
No way. Okay.
Do carbine money. Fuck, I'm going for it then. Everything now lies on one strat. Let's go! It actually works. We are kinda more like Travis World Record face.
Oh god, this game is so good, dude.
Let's fucking go!
World record, no
There
way.
we fucking go. 5-second world record.
5 seconds ahead of time is
Now
crazy.
we continue. I hate that one. Okay, this whole round now depends on one split.
Oh my god, dude. This is so intense. What are we at? 5.5 hours right now. He's on good pace. GG. Whoa.
This round is filled with toxicity from the game. Oh.
No
UnNameD
way.
had set the world record in both of the most prestigious categories in one single run.
2 world records in a single run. How do you do that? What an incredible achievement. And he, oh my god, he streamed it. He streamed it. It's there for everyone to see. Man, can you imagine being there live, bro? Like all these chatters on the right-hand side. You're going to remember that for the rest of your life. Some of these guys probably, you know, went and told their wives after this. Saw the craziest thing today. Okay, sweetie. Did you forget, did you pick up our kid today at school? Fuck!
A world record of 55-16 in Trevor percent and 5 hours and 45 minutes in any percent classic.
Damn. Okay, so he shattered the Trevor time by 5 seconds, which on an hour run is a lot. And then he beat the any percent by 26 seconds to spare. I think that's quite a bit. That's a jump, right?
Once again, UnNamed's double world record run would get universal praise throughout the GTA
Insane.
community, with debates around him being the greatest GTA 5 speedrunner.
And he
But
seemed to
despite
do
him
it.
completing this crazy
He seemed to do it with almost like a level of casualness that I think is like, that's what shocks people, how almost seemingly easy he does it. The video doesn't really cover how much he grinded to get these records, so I'd be curious to see that. Because, you know, if you look at like our other GOAT, Dark Viper, like he had to grind that out for a year, bro. And I don't even know if he ended up getting it. It doesn't seem like he did. But to have a guy like to come in and do it like, ooh, that kind of looks interesting, and then do it in under 50 attempts, you're literally, I've said this a few times, but you're built different. You're built different, man. You're built different. We need to make sure we use this power for good. Okay? This man could devastate the world with this power. I don't know how he would do that, but we have to be careful with this man.
run, UnNameD was far from finished. For the next 5 months, UnNameD wasn't just setting new records, but he was also maintaining and even beating his own previous records in
Crazy.
different categories. A huge part of UnNamed's ability to do this was by utilizing a new trick that was recently found, known as break boosting.
I think I knew about this. I think I did. Wait, no, I knew about this. Was this the one? I'm going to try and guess beforehand. Was this the one where you slow down time and you don't need to use brakes or something. Like, because I remember with what was the guy's name? The one character, the guy that would drive, you would slow down on corners and you wouldn't get any you wouldn't have to drift or anything. But no, that's a normal technique. They showed you how to do that in the game, right? So this is something else, obviously.
The road in GTA 5 is never completely flat. There are tons of tiny bumps or ramps in the road.
Okay, this is going to be way more technical than I thought. Something as stupid as that. I'm gonna shut my ass up.
And brake boosting utilizes these to the fullest.
Whoa,
By
okay,
holding brake
okay.
momentarily while going over one of these bumps, your car will gain a substantial amount of speed when it lands.
What?
And pairing this with Franklin's driving ability means you could get your car up to
Whoa,
speeds
look at
that
it
made
go!
look like you were using mods. Because of how much driving you
wow.
have to do in this sometimes 6-hour run, this trick is probably the most used and can save you huge amounts of time over an entire run.
Whoa,
if
that's so
done optimally.
janky, but so
UnNameD
cool.
became quite good at this trick as well, and was a huge part of his ability to set record times.
Wow.
In March of 2023, he would lower his own any % classic no on mission 0 record to 5 hours and 42 minutes.
I was curious what makes him so good. So his brake boosting is probably like, maybe his brake boosting is like, you know, his speedrunning skills are like, you know, maybe A rank, S rank, he's up there, but his brake boosting is like SSS plus rank, you know, and that just puts him above everyone else. Cause like, yeah, of course you're driving around your car for a lot of the missions. So, you know, if you're good at that, you're going to chunk off a ton of time. Right. Sorry, I like repeating a lot of stuff that they say, but it's just because like when I hear things, sometimes I don't absorb it. But when I say something out loud and explain it myself, it clicks for me, you know? So I apologize, but I'm trying to grasp this video. Pretty amazing. Honestly, great video so far. It's been really easy to absorb. Nothing really like confused me too much except the, you know, the mission 0 stuff, but I get the gist.
And would officially get recognized by the Guinness World Records for his amazing run.
That's crazy.
UnNameD had proven himself as the top GTA 5 runner.
Yeah.
And while working on setting new records, he was still going back to reclaim his old on mission 0 records as well.
Still
in
going.
August of 2023, he took the any % taxis no on mission 0 record, and a few months later, he would set the 100% taxis no on mission 0 record in January of 2024. Around this time, UnNameD would start to get some competition from runners like Rare and Alex Honix, who were both setting exceptional times in their own right.
Finally it worked. 9:31:43 world record.
Competition is good, man.
Finally.
But every time either Alex or Rare would set a new record, UnNameD would come back shortly after and take it right back.
Oh my god, so infuriating.
May be the greatest GTA player of all time.
I mean unquestionably, right?
Somebody that no one had ever heard of prior to 2021, but in just 4 short years, he went from no one to being called one of the greatest GTA players of all time.
That's crazy.
What started off as him trying a fun challenge, then turned into him breaking record after
casually
record,
3 world records in 4 days. Yeah, that's insane.
Runner in GTA 5 history.
I think that's it. That makes him the GOAT right there, right? Greatest of all time. Most dominant runner in GTA 5 history. What else is there to say? That's absolutely insane. I actually wanted to know more about this dude. The story we cover quite a bit, but I wish there was more. It's only a 20-minute video. But yeah, I'm curious to learn a little bit more about this space. Very interesting.
By the end of 2024, UnNameD had held the world record in every single main category for GTA 5.
Whoa! The world record in every single main category for GTA 5. I mean, doesn't that also constitute you as being up there with one of the greatest speedrunners on the planet? Being that dominant in everything, you know, I think that puts you up there maybe in the conversation. I'm sure if we look, we're gonna be checking out more speedrunning stuff in the future. So I'm sure there's gonna be people that are like, you know, just as dominant, if not more. But that's got to put him in the conversation, right? That's incredible.
Most of those records are still held by him to this day.
Insane.
And even though UnNameD doesn't run as much anymore due to there not being a ton of competition, he still holds over 21 world records.
Whoa, 21!
And when it comes to any % classic, the most prestigious of them all, he has managed to bring his own time down to 5 hours, 36 minutes, and 54 seconds.
Ridiculous.
Which is where the record stands today.
Unbeaten. He's unbeaten. It's the GOAT. He is undisputably the GOAT. Fantastic video. Jetro, thank you so much for the video. Absolutely fantastic video.